What's up, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Plaid Couch reading Reddit stories. Today, we all picked a story off of the Today I Fucked Up subreddit. Today, I fucked up by meeting someone on Bumble. I've always been single for a long time, preferring to date casually and hit bars, clubs, etc. I've been happy with this arrangement for a while, but recently I have been longing for someone more permanent in my life. I signed up for a couple apps and started getting matches immediately. I found someone who wasn't really my type physically, but her personality was off the charts. I asked her last minute one night to go to the movie. We both showed up barely on time and wearing super casual clothes. We hung out afterwards and went to go get something to eat before saying goodnight. No kissing, no awkwardness, just friendly. We chatted all week and then had a miscommunication, which made for a funny midweek meet for a couple hours. Again, nothing physical happened. I wanted to be respectful and move slowly. Although the physical attraction wasn't high overall, the girl checked all the boxes. I found myself looking forward to having a real date. Then I went out of town for business for a few days. We both had said goodnight, and I assumed she was busy, so I sent her a message the moment I was home and received a very cold reply. I left it alone, and the next day she sent me a text with a question about what happened to me. It started off with a somewhat happy tone, but after a while, she made it clear how horrible I was for not sending her a text message while I was traveling. It got worse when I pointed out that we both had said goodnight at the same time, and she could have easily sent me a message too. She's a 40-year-old woman who's had one long-term relationship her whole life, and suddenly she's giving me dating advice. At that point, I was trying to be diplomatic, but she decided to go scorched earth and tell me everything that's wrong with me and why I'll never find someone. I just replied that I dodged a bullet and blocked her. Now I'm getting phone calls from various numbers the last 2 days, and somehow she's found a few friends and my ex on social media. Life is so good sometimes. Be careful out there.
That's my dream woman right there.
Somebody hook a guy up.
I love me some crazy bitches.
Yeah. You guys have any crazy
Bumble stories?
just
Oh, I've got one. So this was actually on Facebook dating.
Oh, you're a brave man. Holy cow.
And I was talking with this girl for a while who had her location set in Springfield, Ohio.
Uh-huh.
And
Doxing them.
I'm not going to say her name, but
But now they know it's a woman in Springfield, Ohio.
And we know there's only like 10 of those.
and so we were talking for a while, and I was getting to the point. It's like, oh, I was looking at Springfield. I was looking at public places we could meet up.
Right.
Because I keep it in the back of my mind always what you guys say about meeting up at public places
don't meet
and
at somebody's
whatnot.
house.
And
That's how you become a statistic.
I planned this all out, and I sent it to her, and she's like, oh, I actually don't live in Springfield. I live somewhere, and I'm just like, nope. And I blocked her right then and there because I did not trust that for 1 second.
Yeah.
So that was kind of my story with that. It sucked because it was going really well.
Yeah.
And then I figured out she straight up, like, we've been talking for how long, and she never told me that she doesn't actually live there. So
I had someone on Bumble that I was seeing for just a short amount of time, and he lived like 3 hours away in like southern Ohio. And when we matched, he did like traveling IT. So like when we matched, it was because he was up here. And like he didn't tell me about it. And you know, once you start talking to somebody on Bumble, you don't really like look at their profile too much after that. So I didn't notice that his location was like, you know, a bit of a drive after that. And I was just happened to be on Bumble the one day, and I'm like, why does it say you live, you know, in so-and-so Ohio, like 3 hours away from me? And he goes, oh, I do. I just travel for work. And I'm like, so you don't live? Because when he was traveling for work, he was about like an hour away. And it's like, I already don't want to do that. And it's like, I mean, I will if the person is worth it, but it's like, that's already a long drive just to go on a couple dates. And I don't know if we're going to mingle. And I was like, why wouldn't you open with that? I don't know. It just like kind of, I don't know. Be upfront and be honest about that. I know that has nothing to do with the Reddit story I just read, but yeah, be honest about like at least a general location of where you're at, because that could be a no deal for people. Clearly,
I don't have any crazy Bumble stories, dating app stories.
Yeah. But yeah, just I think this just proves the point that all women are crazy and just,
You got to pick your favorite one.
You have to pick the least crazy of the bunch.
Nope.
Or the one who drives you the most crazy.
Drives you the most crazy. You got to pick your favorite crazy.
If she's driving you to like literal psychosis,
That's the
marry her.
one.
Yeah.
If you're not scared for your life every single day,
You're
she's
sleeping.
not the one.
You're sleeping with one eye open.
Today I fucked up by accidentally dropping a piece of concrete onto a car. So, near my house, there's a deteriorating parking garage. It's in such a bad condition that the entrance is blocked off for vehicles and nobody's allowed to park their cars on it. However, there is still cars parked on the parking spaces next to it. I recently started skateboarding, and I thought it might be a good place to skate because of the smooth concrete and open space. I went there once before, and it seemed to handle me skating on it. So I went there again today. I was just going in a big figure 8 trying to get my turns on point, but I kept hearing this sound which was similar to someone kicking a football against a wooden fence/wall. I didn't think much of it since there's a bunch of kids constantly playing in my neighborhood, and it didn't bother me much since I was listening to a podcast anyway. What I did notice at the time was that I could hear the sound each time I went to the right side of the parking garage. After a while, I got curious. So the next time I got around to the edge, I looked over to the parking spaces next to the garage. Right next to the edge of the parking garage, I saw a car with a big chunk of concrete on it, shattered its windshield. Next to the car were more chunks of concrete that had fallen off the parking garage. I put the pieces together fairly quickly and realized that my weight shifting to the right side of the floor I was on probably caused it to fall and smash the car. There aren't any security cameras, or at least I haven't seen any, but still, I don't want to face any consequences, so I just picked up my skateboard, took the stairs down, and tried to act like I was just nonchalantly skating off into the sunset. Update. I went to check on the car again this morning, and upon further inspection, it seems it was already fucked up. All the windows were smashed in, and the fuel tank cap and license plate were removed. I also looked at the trunk on it, and I couldn't see the spot where it fell from. All the concrete above the car was intact, so I think someone just had dropped it on the car themselves.
This was a nothing burger.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nothing?
Yeah. He's like, I think this happened. Oh, it didn't happen.
That didn't happen, yeah.
Nothing related to what I did.
He's driving it, and he's like, my shifting,
Maybe-
my weight on my skateboard. I'm like,
It's like, how bad is this kid?
it's like you're in a parking garage where cars are, I'm assuming, parked on that level. I don't think you on the skateboard.
Oh my god.
No, it was abandoned. It's an abandoned one. It was deteriorating.
Still.
Yeah. So I shouldn't have read that update, but
No, I'm glad you did.
Get me all worked up. Moving the table.
But I was reading that, and that sounds like something that would happen to me, where I'm just minding my business, and then somehow chaos ensues while I'm just doing my thing. And
he's like, did I shoot JFK after watching a video?
Yeah.
Oh god.
I cannot believe I did that.
I was there during that time when it happened, but I don't remember it too well.
Today I fucked up by walking in on my roommate. So my roommate, let's call her Emily, recently started streaming in her hot tub. I knew she did some kind of streaming, but didn't know the details until yesterday. I had a long day at work and just wanted to chill. Emily usually streams late at night, so I didn't think she'd be streaming in the afternoon. Big mistake. I came home and the house was unusually quiet. I figured Emily was out or something. I walked to my room, which is right next to hers. As I passed by her door, I heard some muffled talking and thought maybe she was on a call. Didn't think much of it. I got to my room and realized I left my phone charger in the living room, so I went back and walked past her room. This time her door was slightly ajar. Curiosity got the better of me and I peeked in. There she was in a bikini, sitting in an inflatable hot tub with a camera set up. She was talking to her viewers and didn't notice me at first. I must have made some noise because suddenly she turned her head and saw me. Our eyes met, and for a solid 5 seconds, We just stared at each other in shock. She quickly muted her mic and yelled, "Can you knock next time?" I mumbled an apology and awkwardly shuffled back to my room, face burning with embarrassment. I heard her unmute and laugh it off with her viewers, saying something like, "Roommates, am I right?" Now I feel like I've invaded her space and things have been a bit tense since. I've been trying to avoid her, but we live together, so it's kind of hard. Moral of the story, always knock even if you think the coast is clear.
How long until we walk in on Tegan doing this?
Just sitting in the Plaid Couch Studios.
Streaming in a hot tub?
Hey guys.
Wait. Streaming in a hot tub? Oh.
I've been thinking about buying a hot tub for my house.
Where are you going to put it?
My patio.
Oh.
Just sit outside.
With the camera facing you?
Spit on that thing.
Hot tub!
All right.
But also, how many other guys would love to be in this guy's position, living with a hot tub?
I'm assuming
streamer?
it's another female.
I don't know.
I don't.
We shouldn't assume either way.
Yeah.
Shouldn't assume either way. But
Either
the
way-
way it was worded, I
But here's the thing.
thought it was a guy.
You can't just assume.
You're right.
Here's the thing, though. They're roommates. I'm sure there's like no romantic feelings whatsoever towards.
Also, the door was ajar. Fair game.
I agree.
Yeah.
Slightly ajar, though. Like,
Nah. Shut the thing. Shut the door.
just
If you're doing shit like that, shut the door, man.
Yeah, and lock it too.
I do that whenever I'm at Matthew's house and he's in the bathroom. I credit card it so it's slightly open. And I go, "You pooping in there,
I will say, like,
Matthew? You pooping?"
I will say if the door was ajar and you were gonna open it, just be like, "Hey," as you're opening it,
Oh,
just so you don't scare the person. Like,
No, that would scare me.
but
yeah. Just
Yeah.
FBI, open up.
I don't know. Like, worse things have happened. Like, it's fine. It sounded like the girl was pretty chill with it. Just like laughed it off after. Unless she was just playing it up for the audience, but I don't know. It's not like she was like doing,
Roommates, am I right?
It's not like I thought it was gonna be like she was having sex or like masturbating or something. Then it's a little bit
It's
more
worse.
awkward.
She's having gooners watch her.
Are you a certified gooner?
Certified
Well, I
love
don't
boy,
wanna-
certified gooner.
That'd be the whitest thing you've ever said.
Get me some of that hot tuna
I'm-
mixed in with some skibbity.
I'm so sorry,
Give me
Kendrick.
toilet.
Skibbity toilet.
I'm sorry, Kendrick, and
Got that
Kendrick's
Rizzard.
fans and anybody who likes hip hop.
What about that yeah? Got that nice yeah?
Give them the grapefruit technique. And on that note, I'd like thank you all for watching. Be sure to like, subscribe, hit that notification bell.
Au
Bye,
revoir.
everybody.